All right, cheers, everybody. My name is Russ.
And I'm Kerry.
And we are the Roads We Roam. Thank you for joining us on our Sunday coffee with Kerry and Russ.
Cheers. We are full-time RVers, and we gather together every Friday evening at 8 and every Sunday at 1 p.m., giving you two opportunities to touch base with us, ask us questions about RVing, full-time RV life, or just gathering together with this wonderful, great community.
Yeah, we have a great community here. We want to definitely hear what you guys are up to, so let us know what's going on in your world. Right now, we're in the Ocala, I almost said California. I think it was because of Ocala. We're in the Ocala, Florida area, and we're still waiting for the sunshine.
If we're lucky, by the end of the show today, the sun is supposed to be peeking out. It's been really cold here. It's been 54. It's 54 degrees out right now.
Yeah.
We haven't had sun since last Tuesday,
Yep.
I think. So we're crossing our fingers for that, but it's definitely been a little chilly here. And so we've been staying in the Ocala area, but where we are right now, we're down in the Crystal Springs area because I want to see the manatees.
Yes.
But with it being 54 degrees, I am not getting in the water.
You're not going to snorkel in 54 degrees?
No, but maybe we'll get to see some. So that's why you get this little background here right now, and we'll try to capture some
We're
footage
both
of the
sporting
manatees.
our RV flannel wear. So
Flannel in Florida. Who would have thought?
So who do we got here today?
We'll greet people as they enter the room. So just if you're new here, make sure you just say hello so we can say hello back.
Yeah.
We have our early bird winner for the day is Ward Johnson.
Ward Johnson. How early did he get here? Can you tell?
I can't. I mean,
Okay.
I could, but where I'm
Pressing
at right now, we've got Asian Traveler.
Hey guys,
here.
thanks for joining us.
Donna Delahanty, who is our lead moderator.
Yes.
She keeps track of time, and she's
she's
keeps us on
fantastic.
track.
She's been with us for a long time. We also have another moderator in here, Blue Wave Bob, who's one of our newest moderators, does a fantastic job. I said Blue Wave Bob because that's what his channel used to be, Blue Wave Odyssey. We love Blue Wave Odyssey. I just see Camper Life, another one of our moderators just popped in here. Please show them love. They selflessly come in here. Yeah, easy for you to say. Selflessly come in here and make sure that we all have a great experience. So if you're not subscribed to those channels, not only are they great moderators, but they're great people putting out great content. So make sure to check out all three of those guys. All right.
And early on, before I get into this, today's going to be an exciting day because I want to talk about the RVers TV show.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about keeping warm in cold temperatures in your RV. So that's what's up in store for today. Moving on, we have Paul and Megan from Dreaming Out Loud.
Hey guys,
RVing.
we met them in Hershey. Good to see them.
Mark and Karen Milinarski.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Miss
We love
Mary
you guys.
Lou North.
Mary Lou North, thanks for joining us.
Ricky and Barbara from RV Underway.
Ricky and Barbie,
Lisa
thanks.
T from right here.
She's right here in Florida.
I was
Yes.
going to say sunny Florida, but I haven't seen much of it yet, so I'm reserving that. We have Mr. Lewis outside.
Lewis, another Floridian too.
Ollie, Lena in the RV. Hey guys.
Hey guys,
haven't
thanks
seen
for
you in a
joining
couple
us.
Weeks. We have Stop, Eat, Explore. We've got Dave and Susan. Oh, he says it's a lonely day, so it might only be Dave.
Yeah, Susan's on her way to the Philippines. I think her last stopover was
that's
in
right.
Japan, and she didn't have an upgrade.
Solar Ray Foss Show. We
Lindsay,
have
thanks for joining us.
Lindsay, you made me hungry for nachos. I'm going to have to go make some after. Diane Rivard. Hey, Diane.
Hey, Diane.
Our National Adventure.
Hey, guys, thanks for joining us.
This Nomadic Idea, Scott and Ariane.
Hey, Scott, thanks for joining us,
Auntie
man.
Debbie Jean. Learning as
Auntie
we're
Debbie
living.
Jean. Learning as we're living. They are doing some Amazon stuff here in the Tennessee area.
Oh, the Camper Force type
Yes,
stuff?
yes.
I wish you luck with that. I hear that is killer.
They're having a decent time. I asked her about it. Not too bad.
Alan Bean.
Alan, we just talked to Alan last night. Had a great conversation with Alan. Good guy. Thanks for joining us, Alan.
Here's this crazy game that I've found out that Russ and a couple other RVers, and Alan is one of these, movie quote game where they just text each other a random quote from a movie and the other
Have to
person
figure
has
it
to
out.
guess
Yeah.
what it is.
I knew it when he sent it, or I'll put it out right now. I'll tell you, I had to Google it, but I knew it. I could hear the tone. I could see the person who said it, but I just couldn't remember the name of the The movie, it was.
Wait, throw it out, but don't say the name of the movie.
I'm
See if
going
people
to.
do it. Okay.
Yeah, it's Right as Rain. So if you know that without Googling, I had to Google. I saw everything. I told
The first person that answers it right, not Alan, gets a sticker.
without Googling, no cheating.
You'll get a Roads We Roam sticker. All right, Happy Place Diaries. Jerry, I love the collab you did with Randy.
It was really well
Yep.
done. They did a great back and forth. Like, there. What do you think about this? It was very conversational. I enjoyed that video very well.
Rosebuds Travel, Lewis and Katie, our
Hey, guys.
casita owners in
Yes.
Texas. Todd started from Virginia. Miss Deborah Cadabra.
Deborah, thanks for joining us.
Mr. James Zimmer.
James, thanks for joining us.
And I think I'm caught up for the moment.
All right.
Oh my goodness, this is a name we have never seen
Michael
on here.
D'Agostino. That is my stepfather. He has been watching us for a long time. He's out on the road constantly. He's an over-the-road driver. He gave us a lot of information on driving safely in a big rig. A lot of that was gleaned from his knowledge. But I know he hasn't been able to comment because he got a brand new phone. He didn't know how. So I'm sure my mom showed him how to comment now.
Well, you should all be incredibly excited that Mike has jumped in and that he is in the area, because he may or may not know this yet, but he's going to help us get our Togo installed. We have our Togo. We're going to film that. We're going to review it. We're going to let you know
Yes.
everything you need to know about the Togo.
If you're wondering
unit.
what a Togo is, it is a 4G Wi-Fi system. It's unlimited, and it's also a Wi-Fi enhancer, so you can enhance your Wi-Fi. And Mike does know it because I text him. He said, "Sure,
Okay,
be
good.
glad to help you out."
Well, the one other great thing about Togo, you can use it just as a Wi-Fi ranger, but when you use it as your sole data,
Yep.
there are several. The plans are all through AT&T, but what I found amazing, you can get for $360 the entire year for
Yeah,
unlimited.
and it's true unlimited
But
internet.
if you are a part-timer, you can do it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, which at these really reduced rates,
Yeah.
which I think is fantastic. So keep your eyes peeled for that video. That will be coming out soon.
Yeah, and Camper Life, one of our moderators, has a video where he showed
his.
the installation of it. We have a link on our website. Kerry will put it down below as well. If you're interested in picking up Togo, you can pick it up through our link. We get a little kickback. I know that Camper Life as well, William has that too. So if you want to support William, you can go over to his channel. I'm sure on his video he's got that link there. You can click through and support William as well.
All right, on to the RVers. Now, if you haven't heard about this, this is a brand new show on the Discovery Channel, and they just released the first episode this morning at 8 a.m. Now, if
That's a weird time to release something.
It is. It's going to be every Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time for the next couple of weeks. Season 2 has already been approved.
Yes.
Now, if you don't know who's on it, there are 3 channels that you may or may not know.
Okay.
The ones I'm sure pretty much everyone here might know about, Peter and John from RV Geeks. They've been doing this, I think, since 2003.
Yeah.
They pretty much know anything.
They've got a
and
lot of
everything.
technical stuff, technology
They
type
are
stuff on their
fantastic.
site.
They
Yep.
have it down. Tom and Caitlin from Morton's on the Move.
Yep, big channel right there.
And I know that they're doing something different. So on the show, I think they're showing them still in their 5th wheel. But right now, they were doing an Alaska trip in a truck camper.
Yeah, a Lance, right?
A Lance one, which
Yeah.
we've been to a couple RV shows now.
Nice
we are
rigs.
so impressed with Lance truck campers. If you are looking at one of those, make sure you check out Lance. And then there's Chris and Sherry.
Can't read her writing.
I couldn't. It was,
I can see
I
that.
had Billy on my lap. Sherry and Chris from
Technomadia, yeah.
And these, they're a great example of people that work as technomatic.
Yeah, they've got their own website where you
I know
can buy
there's a
stuff
name
through them.
for
So,
nomadic.
yeah, all great channels there. We, to be 100% clear, we have not seen it yet.
No. And
We didn't have cable. I could not get the cable hooked up last night, so we didn't get to watch it. We are going to watch, I think you can watch it on Apple TV as of tomorrow.
so tomorrow morning, it will be released on, I got my paper here,
Oh, nice. Look at you.
Amazon, Apple TV, and Google Play. So check it out tomorrow if you missed it today.
Yeah,
on the
we are going to
television show.
watch it. We'll have a full-on discussion. Don't worry about giving any spoilers away right now. If there's something you particularly liked about it or particularly didn't like about it, go ahead and put it out
I
there.
want to hear about it. So if anybody did see it, make sure you comment
Yep.
below. I'm going to work my way. I'm going to look down here really quick. So I'm going to leave the entertainment up to him for a second because you guys have all been typing.
So yeah, I saw the previews for it or the trailers for it. Their YouTube channel just skyrocketed. They were at like, I don't know what, like 5,000, and you could watch their numbers on Social Blade, and they were just kind of, you know, teeter-tottering, and all of a sudden, when that release went out, it just, boom, it skyrocketed.
Okay, so the name of the TV show is called The RVers. And
Yes.
It's capital R, capital VERS. And it's on the Discovery Channel network.
Yep.
So
Big channel there, big channel. It
It's-
should do well.
it's interesting. I think the first episode, they had the description where Sherry learns how to drive their big Class A.
Gotcha.
And I'm interested in that because I still have not driven our Class A. Russ said the other day, he's like,
I was
"We
just
put
I'm gonna
10
park, and we're not going anywhere till you jump in here.
Miss Stacy Forrest, happy Sunday, everybody.
Thank
Good
you,
to see you.
Stacy. Much
Stacy,
appreciated that
you
super chat.
are a huge sweetheart. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
guys, we'll put Stacy doesn't have a channel. She's a viewer, but we're going to put a link down below to Stacy just to show her some love there. And again, all the super chats go towards bettering this station or this channel here.
All the money goes back into the channel.
One really interesting thing about this new TV show, whether you watch it or not, if you have a YouTube channel that revolves around RVing, I think we're going to see some bumps. Because people are going to start now seeing more about this, people that weren't in the RV life, and they're going to start Googling RVs because of this show. So I think we'll all be... I think we'll all get a little bump. I think it'll be nice. It'll be exciting.
Well, I picture it much like, a few years ago, Ghost Hunters, when they came out with taps. And then all of a sudden you heard all this stuff about ghost hunting and paranormal
Yep,
experiences, and everybody wanted to try it and get into it. So I think this is good for the RV community for another really good reason, because as we have traveled the country this last year, we've just hit just over our year anniversary or
Yep.
nomadiversary. And the places that are accessible to RVs, I think that if you have more people RVing, which sales over the last couple of years have been skyrocketing.
Yep.
So I think the demand will be out there because we've run into a lot of gas stations that are not very RV friendly.
Yeah, mostly on the East Coast is where it's a little bit
And I
difficult.
understand it's difficult because, it's older areas, more narrow streets, trying to get through and redevelop those. Where it's out west, they've been able to plan and they have more
Yeah,
room.
but I think we're all going to see, if you have an RVing YouTube channel, I think you're going to see a little bit of bump. I have real world experience in that. I used to be director of marketing for First Texas Products, which makes metal detectors. I still work for First Texas Products in a different capacity, but when all these gold shows and all these metal detecting, all these treasure shows came out, huge bump, not really in the YouTube side because we weren't big in YouTube then, but huge bump in sales. But I know a lot of my metal detecting channel got a huge bump in subscribers. So it'll be exciting for us out there that are trying to grow our RV related YouTube channels.
Welcome, Camp in Harmony. Camp in Harmony has
Hey guys,
just
thanks for
joined
joining
separately.
us.
Mom has also joined
I
us,
saw Mom's in there chatting away.
nursing our travel bug.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
And I just want to make sure. And Joyous
Joyous
Voyagers.
Voyagers. Yeah, I saw them pop in. They're a great couple, Corey and Daniel. We really wanted to swing by and see Corey and Daniel on our way down, but that cold weather was going to hit. Carrie saw some nights in the 20s, and she said, nope, not staying
Maybe we
in
can
Georgia.
go back that way. We can
Yeah, of
kinda
course
go up
we are.
that way and then
We
over.
had a lot of time. We've had a lot of fun. We've spent time with Joyous Voyagers in Sedona, Arizona, as well as up in
Be
West
forewarned,
Yellowstone.
If you ever camp with them, your dogs will leave you and follow Daniel.
Daniel,
everywhere.
yeah. All the dogs all love Daniel.
Paul, the Air
RV
Force Gang.
underway. Just checking to make certain your mics are plugged in. RV is closing in on 200. Appreciate your live chats always. Everyone click
For those
here.
of you who don't know, what was it, last Sunday?
Yes.
We did about 90% of our show we had our mics on, but it wasn't plugged into our phone. So
Yep.
that's a very important tip to remember if you are trying to record
RV
something.
Underway, thank you so much for that super chat. Yeah, guys, give RV Underway. They just hit 100 just a while back, and now they're closing in on 200 in less than a week or right around a week. So they've been skyrocketing
It was
up.
the kilt video that did it.
That's a great video, guys.
I
If you
think that was
want,
a kilt
if you
video.
want to watch a video that's well done, that's got a lot of good, clean humor in it, check that channel out. Plus, they're both U.S. Navy veterans, so great channel right there. Speaking of another veteran, I have seen Paul, the Air Force guy, pop in as well.
I was just gonna say.
Paul is up in Maryland. He works at Beckley's, and he's got a prolific bunch of videos on tours.
So if
Hey, I
you're-
just see Hoss jumped in there.
Hoss!
Hey, Hoss.
Hey, Bob Haas.
Yeah.
He's had some technical difficulties lately, and there have been some little YouTube glitches.
Yep.
So, Bob, we are so glad that you were able to
Yeah.
hop in here
Bob's
today.
been with us for a very long time, and we really appreciate Bob stopping in. I'm glad he's able to chat right now because for a while we weren't seeing his stuff. So that makes me feel a lot better.
Yes, I went through and I did all of resetting of everything that I could think of to try to help that.
Awesome. Well,
So-
looks like you fixed the job. Good job, baby.
So I just saw something. Yep. Traveling places, Pisces. The traveling Pisces
Awesome,
is
awesome.
here. Somebody had asked a question. What part of Florida are you in now? So right now, behind us, we are in Crystal River. We plan to go explore. Maybe hope to see some manatees later this afternoon.
Yeah, or we may come back if it gets warmer later on. But it's a beautiful area. We're waiting for the sun to come out. We should have some sun later on today, but we're staying in the Ocala area. The Montana Project, $5 super chat.
Mike and Trina.
Mike and Trina, thank you guys so much. They sent Kerry that hat. They've sent us some great wine too. They've sent me a hat. Just great people. Thank you guys for joining us.
And they're from the Seattle area,
They
which
are.
right now we have pretty similar temperatures right now.
Yeah, our son's over there, and he said it was 54, and we're like, hey, it's 54 here too.
Which it's Florida, but the sun is supposed to be coming out, and I'm hoping you guys get to see that. Although right beyond those trees is the little canal river area, and there are signs that say alligators.
Yep, no
So
swimming alligators.
if anybody sees anything slithering behind me at
Yeah,
any
let
point
us know so we can run.
and I'll know first, and I might not respond if someone says alligator and I just run. You just follow me.
I see it before you. You're always behind.
This
So if you see me run, you best get up and run too.
I don't know how anybody goes swimming out here. It terrifies me, but apparently people do. So I'll just look for pools. I think I'll look for pools.
Speaking of pools, they have a nice pool at our RV park that we're staying at. I was excited to get into the jacuzzi, but unfortunately the jacuzzi was shut down. But the pool was working, and the pool's heated. So
Well, that's
I did go swimming. I did go swimming at Mom's house. My mom lives near here, so I went swimming over there. It was nice.
oh, and you also got hurt in the shower.
Yeah. Imagine that, get hurt in the shower. I'm not going to go over that. Nobody wants to know about that.
Just
But
be careful when you go to the campground showers.
yeah, there was something sharp, and when I had soap in my eye when I went to turn the thing, I ended up getting cut on it. So, anyways, what's going on in
I'm a bit
here?
jaded about campground bathrooms because the first 6 months we documented our daily life. I mean, we put a video out every day the first 6 months when
Yep.
we were living in our little guy Max when we first hit the road. And if you know the little guy Max, it does have a fully functioning bathroom, but it has a small tank and the pressure isn't that great. So when we were at campgrounds, we would tend to go
Yeah.
and use that. I'm not a big fan, so I'm really glad that we have a bathroom now with a good water pressure.
Yeah, and the only reason why I used that shower instead of our shower in Boone, because it's a nice hot shower. It has good pressure. We've got decent sized hot water tank, but that one had one of those rain. The shower here is real nice. It had a rain thing, and it also had another one that came out of the wall. I said, man, this is an amazing shower. I'm gonna drive up there and take a shower there.
So Lisa said Floridians swim in the springs and the ocean, but never the ponds or streams.
There you go.
Good to know.
Good to know. Yeah.
Except you have to be careful with your magnet fishing.
Yeah.
You might come pull something up that you don't want.
Speaking of magnet fishing, I tried to get out magnet fishing. I saw Blue Wave Odyssey had a live stream yesterday where he bought a magnet.
right.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. But yesterday I went out. It was cold. Your gloves get wet. Always wear gloves, Blue Wave,
Always.
Bob, because you're gonna pick up hooks. They get rusty. You don't want to have to go get a tetanus shot. But it was cold, man. Those gloves were cold. I just, I'm done. I went out for about an hour, hit 2 different spots, and I was done. But getting back to the RV stuff here.
So Camp in Harmony said they live in Canada, so no creepy crawlers or alligators there to worry about.
That's
so when y'all
true.
thaw out and it gets warmer, we'll head back up to Canada.
Well, I haven't been in Canada for a while.
I've
I'd
never
love
been to
to
Canada,
get up
actually.
to the
Travels with Delaney. I'd like to join the Russ Bonics course so I can learn cool words like cracky barrel.
Making fun of our Wednesday thing.
Okay.
Not
here's
only
the question. Do you want level 1 or level 2?
not only cracky barrel, but what was the other one?
Faux
Fupa. What is it?
Faux pas.
Faux pas. Gotcha.
All these tricky words.
I
for Russ.
know, man, boy. Thank you, Travels with Delaney. Again, Travels with Delaney. I'm sure all of you know who they are. They're a big channel. They've got great content they put out. Not only that, they're great friends of ours. We've spent a lot of time with them over the last year. Swing by, check them out. Plus, they're another moderator. So we have quite a few
This is
moderators in the
true.
room
They
right now.
all showed up today, so their football teams must not be very active at the moment. That's what I'm thinking.
I did see Blue Wave talk about his why he wasn't following the Miami Dolphins as much anymore. I'm right there with you. I used to watch. I'm a big Green Bay Packers fan. I used to watch football every weekend. Every Sunday, it was Green Bay Packers. If it wasn't the Packers, if they weren't on, it was everything else. You had a lot of this political stuff going on over the past since 2016. I haven't been watching all that much.
Blue
But
Wave Odyssey. Russ brought cold weather with him to Florida.
it was her fault.
I keep trying to run away from it. I apologize, Florida, because it just does seem to follow us wherever we go.
So yes, thank you so much, Blue Wave.
It's not global warming, it's the roads we roam. So,
But thank you so much, Blue Wave. Much appreciated. Guys, he just went over 1,000 subscribers. That contest is still going on, if I'm correct. They have an amazing contest going on right now. It's one of the most generous contests I've
the
ever
1,000
seen.
giveaway, yeah.
Hopefully, Bob will put a link to that. Swing on over there. Trust me, you do.
I already have it in our description.
Okay, so it's down below as well, but Blue Wave, if you can put it up there so everybody can grab at it. But you do not want to miss that giveaway. It's amazing.
So Diane said she loved watching all the videos of our first 6 months. She learned so much.
Well,
and
thank you
loved
so
And
much.
she's a fellow Little Guy Max.
Yeah,
owner as well.
we still have our little guy Max. We plan on getting out on the road with it again here, in the future. But yeah, I'm sure people can learn a lot from it because we learned a lot. We put out daily videos of us not knowing anything, going from not knowing anything to having a little bit of an idea. So thank you. I'm glad you like that. I just saw that. Gosh. Patty and Patrick are at the hospital. His niece is in the hospital, so they're giving Darren a spell so they could take care of her. I'm hopefully Samantha is doing well. We had the opportunity to sit down and have dinner with
She's such
Sam.
a wonderful person.
She is, with Sam, Darren, Patty, and Patrick. It was really nice that they included us in their family dinner. So
I think the family dinner thing is such an awesome, amazing thing. More people should do that.
I agree.
So I just wanted to give a shout out and say hello to Living the Good Life RVing. I see that you're in the room. Hey, Monique and William.
Hey, guys.
Simple Life, Big Adventures. They're at work, just popping in to say hello. See you during the Friday Night Live. All right.
Awesome,
we'll catch you
guys. Thanks.
there. And Banff is on the National Adventures bucket list.
Yeah.
Who has been to Banff? Because I hear so many great things about it. It's on our list for sure.
Boy, I can't remember her name, but the one that has Tight Ends podcast, they actually interviewed you.
Vanda.
Vanda, that's it. They've been to Banff. Love to go to Banff.
there.
Yeah, I would love to go to Banff.
Lisa said cracky barrel. Never let that die. I don't think it will. We won't let. By the way, if y'all see, he's been rocking back and forth. We are not sitting on rocking chairs, so I'm fully expecting at some point during this show he's gonna just.
Hey, I'm a little chilly, man. I got to do something to keep warm here. I have been rocking, haven't I?
You have.
I'll try to stop, but that won't last too long. Haas is saying it's 22 degrees this morning. You guys look comfortable. And I missed that part. Living the Good Life RV, thank you for that super chat. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you. Well, we appreciate all of you guys. You know, you just make our Sundays and Fridays so much better. And we thank everybody for joining us.
And they're out there in California right now, so keep pushing some of the sunshine.
Yeah,
Just
guys.
push it this way. I know the clouds are supposed to be moving out here soon. That way Florida won't get mad at us if we're here.
They won't let us back in next year.
So speaking of cold, I did mention at the top of the hour, I'd love to hear some tips from everyone about what you do in your RV to stay warm. Some little tips and tricks. Now I know Daniel and Corey just finished putting up a video about their little guy Max, and where they kind of took your silicone thing to the next level.
Yeah, they put out a terrific video about that. But yeah, let us know some of the tips and tricks you use. I'll tell you one that is a no-brainer, but it took us a little while to figure this out. We would have full hookups, and we'd be running our propane instead of plugging in our electric heater, which, you know, I mean, doesn't make a lot of sense, but we did because we just didn't go there. So that's what we do now. We have 2 electric heaters. We have 50 amps, so we can do that. But maybe if you're on like a 30 amp, you might not be able to do it. I don't know. But that's one of the things that we do. And we also have been known to put some blankets across the doorway, because sometimes there's a breeze that comes in, or not a breeze, but you can feel you know, some cold coming in from there.
And we have a much older RV, so there is going to be a point where we need to reseal all the windows, the trim.
Yeah, when Kerry's talking about sealing, she's not talking about the caulking. She's talking about actually getting seals, the door seals and that sort of thing.
But yeah, you just reminded me that when we were new, we just didn't think. I just hit the heater button and we were running propane, and back then we had, what was the size tank? The standard little tank you can swap out?
It's an 18-pound tank, yeah.
We were exchanging those like crazy, and at that time we were staying in campgrounds more often. So now I look back thinking how crazy we were to not take better advantage of that. So I'd love to hear some tips.
And one thing you got to think about too, some places are metered. So if you go to these campsites and you look, you've got that meter on there, you may worry about that. And some sites say, hey, you're not allowed to run that.
Yeah, we've seen that too. So you should always check at the campgrounds that you're at. I've not seen it at any of the state.
No, but I have seen it at some of the campgrounds. They'll say no electric heaters. So make sure you're aware of that. And they can tell because they are metering it.
So use the plug-in thing, but always double check before you do. Diane Ski is here.
Hey,
She's
Diane.
a first-time viewer entering our live chat. She's an Air Force veteran from Utah.
Well, thank you so much for your service.
Snowbird, but not a full-timer yet. I love the yet.
Always nice to have another airman in the room with us. Usually I think we've got Paul is still in the room. He's an Air Force, retired Air Force.
I think we're outnumbered by Army. I think Army kind of usually.
There's a lot of Navy in here too right now
that's
too.
true.
So Army and Navy.
We have Jurgen's Journeys just joined in. Hope all of you are doing very well
Hey,
today.
thanks for joining us.
Yes, Jurgen. We were talking about the RVers TV show earlier. I'm so excited to see that tomorrow, and I look forward to chatting about that with everybody on Friday and see what their opinions are on that show.
Yeah, we'll have a big discussion on it. I want to backtrack. This is a couple of videos or a couple of chats back. William from Camper Life said that he is actually streaming us live right now, watching us and being a moderator off of his Togo there. So if you have any wonders if Togo actually works, I think that's a big plus right there.
Yeah, that's like really his first push with that, because he's been mooch docking at his dad's house.
Like we mooch docked at your dad's house.
And they just went down to South Carolina, but he will be coming down to Florida, so
Yes.
we hope to meet up with him sometime.
Oh, we will, because we have to collect that amazing
Yes.
ornament that we won from William's live chat. And I got to tell you, that live chat was a lot of fun. Kerry and I were already in bed, but we saw that William went live. We like to support you know, the channels that come in here and support us. So we're like, oh, we'll just pop in, say hey, see what's going on. And it was such a fun live chat that there we are lying in bed to the end of that live chat. Normally we'll stay in, but at bedtime I don't play around. I go to bed.
This man can fall asleep at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
I'll be mid-sentence and he starts snoring.
But yeah, that was a fantastic live chat.
On to keeping warm tips and tricks. This
All right.
nomadic idea said buy a good sleeping bag, a goose down one. That I agree with because it can be cold in your rig, but having a nice sleeping bag on top of that,
Yeah.
or let's build off of that, a thick mattress. When we were in our little guy Max and our
Yeah.
heater was on the fritz and it would get really cold, we had a bad board initially, so we were kind of stuck. But we have like a 14-inch mattress that I made us fit inside the little guy. It was so thick that the cold didn't penetrate through there.
Yeah, that's a great idea because, you know, the little guy Max came with a 5-inch mattress. We put a 14-inch pillow top, probably a little too big.
It was overkill.
But yeah, we didn't feel any cold coming through. And a lot of people mentioned about the little guy Max that that's where they felt cold coming through that camper.
And some people have insulated the panels under there. But if you still had the standard mattress, but you had a goose down sleeping bag that you could pull out. Another trick, in the little guy Max, I don't know if you can do this in other ones, Corey and Daniel, they had issues at one point, and they put a curtain across where the kitchen cabinets are.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of kept all their body warmth and everything
Kept
in
it
that
right
little
in the
area.
yeah.
So that was
I
good
remember
too.
that they pulled both dogs back in there with them, and they put a curtain across, making it a smaller area in the sleeping area to keep warm. And they said they actually kept nice and toasty warm that way.
Electric blankets. That's another good one. Thank
Yeah.
you, William.
Yeah.
Camper Life said electric blankets. Stop Eat Explore said we have blankets to stay warm as well. You know what I really love? We got these out in the Southwest. The really thick.
Navajo blankets?
Yes, because they've got the weight. They don't allow a lot going through, and it just really traps in the heat.
Yeah.
So I've noticed when I get a chill that I just can't shake, I'll pull that blanket out and I put that on top. Those blankets are amazing, and they fold down nicely and can pack away nice as well. Let's see, we have, Ollie Lean in the RV said if I'm plugged in, I use their electric for heat as well.
Yeah. You know, again, this is something that is that we just didn't think of. We actually had to have somebody mention to us, hey, what about an electric heater? We're like, dang it, we have one of those. We just haven't used it. I know some people use propane heaters inside. I don't know enough about that, but I'm really leery. I'm one of those people that's super cautious about carbon monoxide buildup. We did a video on that, but I'm sure they're safe. They have safe measures built into it too. So I don't know if somebody mentioned that, but that's a good way to go
Camp
too.
and Harmony said we use our small electric heater, plus we have an electric fireplace. The best way to keep warm is an electric throw with a hot water bottle. That's another good one. Keep a hot water bottle. That way, if you can't or you're not plugged in, but you can heat that up and just slide it in between the sheets or the blanket.
I'm right there with you. Somebody had mentioned that propane inside worries them. I'm there. That worries me too, but I know a lot of people do it, so.
Charles with Delaney, we cuddle with 2 Cavalier King Charles Spaniels for added warmth.
Yep. Yeah, we have a little Chihuahua that puts out a pretty decent amount of heat for a little dog.
Our daughter's Chihuahua, and I think he's a mix with a Mexican hairless. That dog radiates the most amount of heat I've ever seen. We should just offer to adopt him and take him with
There you
us.
go.
And Abby, she goes and does her own thing in the fryer. She ignores us after a while. Nursing our travel bug, fireplace and 1 tower heater. Don't turn furnace on unless it's below freezing.
Gotcha.
We just acquired a tower heater.
Yeah, we like it a lot. The neat thing about that tower heater, the one that we have anyways, is that you can set a timer on it. So let's say you're going to bed and you don't want to run it the whole night that you're going to bed. You can set it to go off at a half an hour, 2, 3 hours, all the way up to 8 hours, I think. It oscillates back and forth. You set different velocity, wind velocity, and it has a cooling thing built into it too.
And that's so we do have a front fan. It's kind of like a Max Air fan that is broken. It's never worked since we got. So we do have to look into that. And one of the things we've noticed is when it's warm out, but you don't want to run the AC, just to move the air, that does a great job of just moving that air with the oscillation. So until we get our Max Air fixed, that's something that
our fantastic fan. We have a fantastic fan in the bathroom too, which does a decent job of pushing air.
So Joyce Voyagers has another little guy Max tip. They said in the little guy, you can place one seat cushion between the pantry and the closet door on the floor to block the cracks from the drawer under the bed.
Oh, there you go.
So
Yeah.
we had Abby. Abby, that's where she would eventually come and lay, and then she would jump up in the morning and she'd be like really cold. I'd feel her, but she loved it. She loved laying right down in
Yeah,
that
Joyous
spot.
Voyagers, they are very knowledgeable when it comes to that little guy Max. They have been full time in that little guy Max for over a year now. So they've got a lot of information. It's kind of like Travels with Delaney. Now they're not full time, but they're very knowledgeable when it comes to the Tab 400. So if you have any little guy Max questions ever, you can reach out to Kerry and I. If we don't know, maybe reach out to Joyous Voyagers, or we can reach out to them as well. But that's a channel that has a lot of information about that camper.
Jurgen said, I like to use the propane regardless because it helps heat the underbelly and the floor. That is one of the reasons why I prefer, especially in the little guy Max, where they have the vents, that would warm up the floor because there's no insulation. The little guy Max is not a 4-season.
It's not even a
It's
3-season.
not even 3-season. So that floor does get really cold.
It does.
And with the space heater that we did have, because we have dogs and we have a big furry dog, we could not put the space heater on the floor. She'd lay next to it, and all of a sudden we'd smell
You start
hair
smelling
singeing.
burnt hair.
So
But
we had to keep it high, but that meant the floor got very cold. So
one way to
okay.
battle that we did is we just put down a lot of space or what do they call those rugs? Those little carpets.
Runners.
Whatever, yeah, runners, I guess. And that kept the floor a little bit warmer. But yeah, I do run the propane in this. I'm not saying that I don't run the propane in this when it's cold. I've got the propane set at about 60, our furnace set about 60, and then I have our tower furnace set at about 75. So if it does, if they work together. Typically, if I want to keep it warm in there without the tower heater, I've got to run my unit at about 75 to be comfortable when it's cold out.
And I think a large part of that is because we do have a lot of escaping air. We are not very efficient. We can feel the breezes or wind, cold air coming in on the cold days. And so somebody else had just commented down here, learning as we're living, they put blankets across the windows when we were in NAD at the in North Dakota at the beef harvest.
Yeah, we've done that too. We've put blankets along the side things, and that helps keep it. It keeps any breezes, or those windows are big, like especially on the Class A, they're big. So it just gives you a little buffer against some of that coldness coming off that window. So great tip there.
All right, so Ricky from RV Underway has a question to pose to the group. He said he would like the chat family to comment on what they feel is the best electric or propane heaters that they have used.
There you go. I don't know the name of our electric heater. I will put it, maybe Kerry will grab a link on Amazon for it. But this new one, this tower one that we have, I love it. It really works. It keeps it nice and warm in there. And again, I only have to set the propane at about 60, and that thing does everything else. And that's in a big 34-foot RV. So will you grab that and put that below? Maybe an Amazon link?
Yeah, we didn't buy it. It was given to us, but I will find the information. That's why I don't know off the top of my head, but I will look it up. And yeah, learning as we're living, this is what we had mentioned earlier. You only use the plug-in heaters when your electric is free. If you're metered, then you're going to pay for it, trust me. Or it's not even allowed, period, at some of these campgrounds. Let's see. I'm trying to see if anybody has the any recommendations for those. Camp in Harmony said we have a small Lasco heater and it can heat the whole trailer with no issues.
Huh. What size trailer are you in? That'd be
yeah.
interesting to know. Yeah. I've heard good things about those too.
And then when we were talking about mattresses, Camper Life said they upgraded their standard mattress from theirs to a purple mattress. And I've seen a little bit about those. I've seen commercials where you can order them and it comes in this pack, and then it just expands. Now, one other thing that I read a while ago.
Okay, so they're in a 33-foot travel trailer.
Oh, kind of
so
like
that's
what we're
a
in.
big space, so very cool.
If you are looking at a mattress topper or a mattress pad for your RV, do not get a gel infused one. They may be very comfortable, but what happens is when the temperature drops,
Oh yeah, they freeze.
that gel freezes. So not only are you going to be cold, but it's going to be very hard, and it does take a while for it to thaw out and be comfortable again. So any gel type of thing, and for example, if you have those little seat cushions for your when you drive, just leave those out in the cold one day and then try to sit on it after it's like sitting on an
It's a
icicle.
block of ice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you do not, after a long, hard day, want to get into a bed that feels like that.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to thaw those out. So that's a good point there. Be careful when buying the gel one. The foam ones are okay,
Yes.
but the gel ones are the ones you've got to worry about.
Ollie Lean in the RV. I was wondering when somebody would mention this. How about a buddy heater?
Yeah,
I've heard a lot about those.
We don't have one. I've seen them. I've seen a lot of good things about those. I think those buddy heaters, don't they run off of those little green propane tanks?
I think so.
Yeah, that scares me, but
I've heard a lot of positive things.
yeah,
about it.
I'm just overly cautious when it comes to things like that. But I know a lot of people use them. I see a lot of great reviews about them.
Now I'm fully expecting a movie quote or reenactment after I mention this comment. I think Jeremiah Johnson here. Diane said, take heated stones from your fire, wrap in a towel or socks, and put it at the bottom of your bed or sleeping bag, and it will keep you toasty warm.
Yep. Just make sure you put enough dirt down.
One of Russ's favorite movies is Jeremiah Johnson,
Yeah. And
there's a section in the movie.
Yeah, where they do that, and they use coals actually, and Chris Clapp, the old mountain man who's teaching Jeremiah Johnson, says, "Yep, saw it right off. Didn't put enough dirt down."
And that's your movie quote for the day. No, our national adventure has to leave. It has
Thanks,
the
guys, for
baby
joining
with
us.
Naps. All right, we'll talk to you later. And Haas, yes, a big bulldog on you will keep you warm.
There you go.
And I wonder who would snore more, though.
Me.
Yeah. Although
Well,
Billy,
our
the
Chihuahua snores more than me.
which that was hard to do, but she wins.
Yes.
She may be little, but there she goes. Hey, Robin. Robin just jumped in the room.
Hey, Robin, thanks for joining us.
We have so Diane said layer with fleece blankets and electric blanket to stay warm while sleeping. Also layering your clothes helps. That was one of the things as we went full time too. We knew our wardrobe had to be very limited, so we picked a lot of our clothes so that it can be layered. And
Yeah.
I found myself layering going
Well,
to bed.
here's an example right here. In our pre-full-time RV life, Kerry didn't own a single piece of flannel.
No.
Look what she's wearing now.
I wear it a lot. And even though it's cold here, there is humidity in Florida, so I'm sporting the hat. I sported the hat a lot when we first started because camper hair don't care, didn't have a blow dryer available either. Now I have more access to it, but with the humidity, my hair would be out to there. No alligators. Just checking.
Like I said, I'm still here, so don't worry about it.
Nursing Our Travel Bug said, just read an article about a fellow who accidentally started a fire when lighting up a cigarette and using propane inside.
Yeah.
I get nervous because we have the little on the stove where you start it and you have the little click, 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 and you get the other
Yep.
crank, and it's hit or miss whether ours works. And after about 3 times, I'll stop, I'll get the lighter and just go do it, but I wave my hand in front of the area because I know that there was some gas
Well,
in that area. I can smell it, but I'm afraid that there's going to be
Yeah,
this big mess.
I don't think you have to worry about it too much because we do have a propane leak detector too, and if that thing's not going off, there's probably not enough propane to worry about.
Yeah, nobody should ever smoke inside, by the way, because that's just
Well, if you're
That
a
was it.
smoker and it's your vehicle, you can do whatever you want
that's
in
true.
it.
But just turn off your propane. That way I can sleep better at night. I don't want that to happen to you. Either that or if you have a little guy, Max, open up all the windows.
Yeah.
Because you have 7 windows that you could open up in the little guy. Do they have battery operated throws that you can use and recharge via USB?
Huh.
They do. And I just saw on my Instagram feed the other day, they sell jackets now that are like little electric blankets.
Yeah,
They're
I've
all
seen
lined
those.
and it's got a little battery pack and you can recharge the batteries. And I am so going to get one someday. I don't know when, but I want one of those. And if it can go from my neck to the floor, that would be even better.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I used to, back in Wisconsin, when everybody's deer hunting and stuff, you had electric gloves. You had socks that had like 2 places for 2 C batteries, and you could have heated socks. So nowadays they've got the, the cell phone stuff. I forget what cell phones. I think cell phones are lithium batteries, but and I'm sure that's much better than having the big old C's and stuff like that.
Wilson's on Wheels just popped in late to the party.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
They said they're late to the party. I'm not calling them out for it. And then Joyous Voyager said carpet squares do a good job for the floor. As they get dirty, you can throw them away and get new ones on the road.
Oh yeah,
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
And then when the weather's warmer, you can just pile them all up and put it away, and you've still got access to just the regular floor, and it's nothing permanent, so you don't have to stick it here or nail anything down. Thank you, guys. That's a really good idea. I know they get sold in boxes, and you can just cut through them with scissors.
Yeah, that's the great thing about carpet squares is that you can also cut them so that you can fit them, just about anywhere. You can have a nice custom look. So yeah, that's a great idea.
And then Travels with Delaney said, just don't seal your RV so tight that it can't breathe. Otherwise, you'll get condensation in your trailer. We just had that conversation with Alan Bean last night.
Yeah. Yeah. What we used, because we had that same problem inside our little guy Max, once we started venting a little more and using damp rid, we didn't have a problem with that anymore. But yeah, you're right. You definitely have to vent. And, if you can get some sort of thing like damp rid, that'll fight that, what's it called again? Condensation. Yep.
Yeah, when we first started, I was really worried about it. I remember we were in Tennessee, and that it was cold at night and really warm during the day. And then I would wake up in the morning, and I could feel the dampness even on the walls. And so once we started doing that, so now I always have something cracked open, and the damp rid.
So guys, I just wanted to give you a quick little notice here. I've gotten 2 low battery warnings. I don't know why my phone's going through the battery so quick this time. So if we just abruptly, we're going to go until the phone dies.
Because I got a new phone, and this is your way of saying that you want one too.
Yeah, so if we do disappear, that's what the problem is. But we shouldn't. Hopefully we can still make it through. We have another 15 minutes or so to go.
And so we have...
So Mark Milinarski says that they're headed to Costco. So thanks for joining us, guys. Pick up something good. Yeah, Sunday's one of those good days because they have all the sampling there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when you go to Costco or Sam's Club, go hungry.
Yeah, go on Sundays when all the samples are there.
Jurgen's Journey says, I put styrofoam inserts to plug the roof vents. I've seen those.
Yeah.
And since I lose a lot of heat up there, only when it's very cold. Does anybody else lose a lot or feel drafts in a Class A? Right underneath where the steering wheel is, that whole front dash area?
Yeah, that's where we tend to get a little bit of cold air coming through, cold and warm air.
Yeah. So. Oh, and Camper Life said his wife remade all their curtains with a thicker thermal curtain, which I'm thinking of doing. It didn't really work into my plan, but then again, I was making the plan when it was 90 degrees out and it was really hot outside. But now with the cold, I'm thinking working in curtains into the planning.
Jurgens Jerry say, let's go grazing at Sam's. I have no idea what Travels with Delaney is talking about it, but it says nobody puts Russ into a corner. So I missed that, but that'll be interesting to catch up on that, see what that's all about.
So Stacy Forrest said she just got the Little Buddy propane, really put out the heat, picked up for about $68.
Yeah.
And they have a Little Guy Max.
Super chat from JT and DT, meeting with Pops. Oh boy, that went quick because there's a lot of chats after that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're way back there.
Hey. Well, people are talking about good things. Meeting with Pops and Daisy this afternoon for an in-depth interview about clowning and RVing.
Wow, very cool. I hope you guys are going to do a video on that. We would love to check that out. JT and DT, that's another Little Guy Max channel there. So if you're a Little Guy Max owner, you're looking for small trailers or something like that, check them out because they've got that sort of channel.
Camp in Harmony said Kuma Outdoors now makes a heated chair called the Heated Lazy Bear
Oh
Chair.
boy.
Canadian company out of Edmonton.
Well, yeah, we could use that because
What are
my
we talking
my
about?
bottom's a little cold right now. So yeah, that'd be cool.
And Stacy said, "Did you know that they make USB rechargeable hot water bottles? They're about
Ah, wow,
$12."
wow.
Ooh, I think my Christmas list is going to be very long now because all these cool things are coming up.
So yeah, I think we are going to be doing a video here soon.
Next Saturday,
Yep.
we are going to do a special holiday RV gift giving guide with a lot of the things from different price ranges. So if you're looking for things to give to the people or give to yourself for Christmas,
Yep.
make sure you to check that one
Yeah, and what
out.
Kerry means by to the people, anybody who's into RVing or thinking about getting into RVing.
And they may be in it after they start watching the RVers TV show.
You
And
never
they say, "Hey,
know.
we're
You
jealous."
never know.
Sean Morden, hey guys, I'm late, was fishing.
Awesome. Hey, Sean.
Yeah,
I wonder where Sean is. I hope it's warm where he is.
well, either that or he's a trooper getting out there.
That's
on the
right.
phone.
Well, people do ice fishing, so
Rosebud said that they vent and they use damp rid as well. It's a
Yep.
cheap, inexpensive thing. Now, I also have these two little things called EverDry. And what's good about those, they're my backup. They're little plug-in units. So they take very little energy. So if you're worried about your solar power or whatever, it doesn't do a lot, but it's rechargeable. So it has these little beads in it. And so when you plug it in, it heats them up to dry them back out again. And then when you need to use it, you can just unplug it and set it where you need it to be.
yeah. So if you're interested in any of those things, we have those on our Amazon shop store. Kerry probably put a link to that below. If not, you'll find it on our website. I just saw, oh boy, last name of it was Ski. I can't remember the first name,
Diane.
but Diane Ski, that's right, said if you're running from an alligator, run in a zigzag. They can run very fast straight, but not in a zigzag. So good to know. I had to jump ahead and grab that because in case an alligator came out, you would know to run in a zigzag.
Yeah, not like on, what is it, Game of Thrones with Rickon?
Oh boy, I have, yeah.
The brother that was
I
captured.
know who Recon was.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
if he had just zigged and zagged, he wouldn't have gotten killed, but he just ran in a straight line. So there you go. So do you guys not seal off the cab when you are parked? No, I mean ours is so in our Class A, it's just this big wide open area, and floor
So-
to ceiling is all the same.
So yeah, we do have a curtain, a thermal curtain that comes across, but it only reaches
window.
it only reaches down to about the
dash.
the dashboard area. So I think the air is when the air comes in, it's coming in through the like where the doghouse area is and the pedals and that sort of thing. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to create Kerry's going to make longer curtains that go all the way across, or we were even talking about making some custom things that we just Velcro to the bottom of the dash that will block some of that air out.
So New Hampshire Joe, hey New Hampshire Joe, said, does anyone know if they have a trickle charger that you can charge two at once?
Huh. You know, I'll tell you, somebody who will know a lot about that is William Camper Life.
He
They
just put out
they
one.
just put a video out where they talk about their trickle charger.
And it ties in with an app.
Yeah, so he just put that video out. I'm sure he did a lot of research before purchasing that. William seems like one of those guys that knows a lot about, you know, technical type stuff. So maybe check out William over there at Camper Life.
So we all know where the really good weather is right now. Adria said that the weather is beautiful in Miami, finally.
Oh boy, we didn't go far enough south, I guess.
Oh, and I saw a question way earlier. I think it was Joyce Foragers. They asked if we were going to get to the Everglades.
Yeah, we plan on it.
We want to go to the Everglades. If we can't get to the Keys, if there's no availability to do that, we will definitely hit the Everglades.
Yeah,
this
we'll hit
summer.
the Everglades no matter what because there is a national park there. Carrie and I like to hit the national parks when we can.
We're getting our money's worth out of that national park.
Plus, I
pass.
want another sticker to go on the back of Boone there.
It's the stickers. The stickers will get them every time. Well, when we went to the Tetons, we had to leave so early because I had to get back to West Yellowstone.
yeah.
So we drove through the Grand Teton Park, but the visitor center wasn't open to buy the stickers. But we were saved by Travels with Delaney because they stopped in and picked us up our
Yes,
sticker.
yes.
after.
So we owe them big for that.
But we technically did go to the park.
So
We just
Live
didn't
Laugh
talk.
RV says they're enjoying upper 70s in Phoenix right now.
Ooh,
So that means
nice.
Donna, who's in that Phoenix area, is in some wonderful weather as well.
Yes, they are. So you picked on me, but I got caught up.
Awesome.
I did, just in case we die because your phone was not fully charged. Russ played his zombie video game, I think, one too many times.
No, no. The problem was is that I wasn't plugged in when I was working on Photoshop, and I was using my phone to what do they call it, Bluetooth to hotspot from. So yeah, my fault. I just forgot to plug in.
Camper Life said yes, they do make trickle chargers. You can charge more than one battery on.
Okay, fantastic.
And Robert Stitch says, yeah, it does seem that during extreme cold years, only Florida and Hawaii completely escape the snow.
Yeah, New Hampshire Joe says they're enjoying a balmy 16 degrees.
Ooh, hey, you got double digits
Ooh,
though.
boy.
But that was, if it's 16 during the day, imagine what it is at night.
Exactly. So Rosebuds Travel's asking if we are going to be working at the candy store this year.
Yes, which if you check our community page, the owners of the candy store have asked us if we knew of any other RV couples that would be willing to work the season. Now the season runs May 1st